Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to G50. I'm Jack McGuire from the Convincing Kyle podcast.
And I'm Catherine Finnegan from Chicks That Chomp and Chat, and it's a great day to be a Dodger.
Welcome back from our 3-week hiatus. We were off making podcasts.
Ah, yes. I do love our podcast, but I've missed being on camera.
Me too. Let's get right into some news.
Jack, did you see the new live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender?
The one with the blue people?
No. The live-action remake of the 2005 animated series.
I'm in the dark about this one. I guess I'll have to pay close attention to the next clip.
Let's let Ian and Ethan tell us more.
Hi, my name's Ian Artavia. I'm here with Dodger Media Online, and I'm here with
Aaron, but you can call me Aaron Freak.
All right, Aaron. I'm here to ask you a couple questions about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Have you ever heard about that?
Of course I have. Come on now.
Do you like the show?
Yeah, bro.
Did you see that Netflix recently came out with a live-action version?
Bro, the first episode, that was fire.
The first episode was. Have you only seen the first episode?
Yes, sir.
Like, do you like it, or what do you think about it?
I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay. Do you think it's better than the animated show?
Nah,
What about the live-action movie?
maybe.
All right, Danny. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Have you seen it?
I have.
The animated show,
I've seen both.
Have you seen the live-action movie?
We don't talk about that one.
How do you feel about this new live-action version?
I think that they did very well with it. Obviously not as good as the animated show, but with what they were given, the time that they were given, they did a very good job.
All right, Ethan. I'm here to ask you a couple questions about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Have you seen it?
No.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
None of the three versions?
No.
No.
Oh,
I thought you meant the new one. Like I saw the animated one, yeah.
But you haven't seen this new live-action version?
No, I've only seen the trailer.
All right. What did you think about the trailer?
It looked pretty good.
You think you're gonna be seeing it?
Probably, yeah.
All right. Thank you for your time, Ethan.
That looks pretty good. I support the comeback.
You know what comeback I don't support? The bubonic plague.
Are you serious?
You were the one who told me about that cat.
I know, but it's no joke. It's really the plague.
Are people actually dying from this plague?
Why don't you pay close attention to this next segment and find out?
Breaking news! The bubonic plague has resurfaced in Oregon, originating from, can you guess it? A cat. Health officials believe that the person likely caught the plague from their cat. Luckily, doctors quickly identified the disease and treated the person with antibiotics and anyone who had been in contact with the person and the cat. The person is in recovery, but unfortunately, the cat has passed away. With the resurfacing of the bubonic plague, it has many thinking, what exactly is the bubonic plague? So, I'm here today, Cameron Morales, to explain a couple updates about the plague. Let's get into it. Starting off, in 2022, a study found that people who survived the plague in London and Denmark have mutations in their genomes that helped protect them against the plague pathogen, Yersinia pestis. The researchers found 4 helpful mutations in people's genomes, and one mutation boosted people's chances of surviving the plague by 40%. Researchers told NPR that that was the biggest evolutionary advantage ever recorded in humans for a single mutation. Did you know that every year, 200 to 700 cases of the plague are recorded in the world? Most of these cases occur in hotspots around the globe, such as Madagascar. But really, Y. pestis can crop up almost anywhere. For example, Y. pestis popped up in 2009 in Libya. When researchers decoded the bacteria's DNA, it revealed a surprise. The plague in Libya most closely resembled Y. pestis that originated in Central Asia thousands of years ago. Researchers now know that the plague is still here and never really went away. It is possibly circulating undetected in rodents and the fleas they carry. Since we know that rodents carry the plague, how do they get it? The answer is a flea bite. When a flea itself is infected, the plague bacteria lives inside the insect's gut. There, the bacteria creates a gooey, sticky material called a biofilm. This film forms a little plug in the flea's throat, making it hard for the insect to swallow. So when the flea bites an animal, Instead of swallowing the animal's blood, the flea essentially vomits the biofilm, along with the plague bacteria, into the animal's blood. The blocked, starving flea will repeatedly bite its rodent or human host, creating more opportunities for infection. Overall, the bubonic plague is still mildly circulating around the world. So my advice is, wash your hands and stay away from the fleas.
Thank God for modern medicine. It seems like we don't have to worry too much about this plague.
I know. These doctors get us healed lickety-split.
That reminds me, did you catch the Wake Forest Duke basketball game?
I did not. Why?
Well, Wake Forest upset Duke and fans stormed the court.
I'm hoping to do some court storming tonight.
Actually, I'd be doing the court storming. You'd be winning the game.
True.
Good luck tonight in the championship game. But I do hope you don't experience what Duke and Caitlin Clark did. She and one of the Duke's best players, Kyle Filipowski, got hurt.
Oh, geez. So was he out for the season?
Nope, believe it or not, he's back and set to start the next game against Louisville.
Wow, that fast?
You said it best, lickety-split.
Well, why don't you tell us more about the accident?
What are your opinions of court storming? Like, what do you think? It's good? Do you think it's bad? What do you got?
I think it's good. It's a good way to celebrate a win, but they have to take more, I guess, security measures. I think I saw another video of a court storming where they had the security guards like instantly come and surround the losing team in order to protect them. And I think that's a good way to protect the players and avoid incidents like that.
So you think court storming good? Need a little more protection of players?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. It's the Duke Wake Forest basketball game.
Yeah, I did. I saw the end of it.
Yeah, you saw the end?
Yeah.
So, the end, it ended in a court storm.
Yeah.
How do you feel about court storms?
I think they should wait for the players to get off the court. I like the idea of it, but if players are getting hurt, then it should stop.
So you like court storming?
Yeah.
But there should be a restriction on when you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for the answer. So we're here with Jackson Maloney, an all-star basketball player on the high school varsity basketball team. Yeah, get a close up. Yep, love that. Fresh cut. I'm sure you've seen the news about the Duke and Wake Forest court storms, right?
No, actually, I have not.
All right. So they stormed the court. Wake Forest stormed the court because we're upset.
Oh,
and
wow.
They took out their star player, whatever, he sprained his ankle. So how do you feel about court storming?
I think it's a great part of college sports. Can't end it. Can't stop it. One-time coincidence, one-time occasion. Things like that are going to happen, but as long as it happens once, it's all that matters. Man.
I think court storming is good, but you maybe need a little more player safety.
See, the Duke head coach, he said he's really against court storming because Duke doesn't do it because they always expect to win. A smaller school like Wake Forest, they don't get a lot of success in basketball. So when they do get a big win against teams like Duke, it's a big college experience. Students only get to do that once in their college life, and I think they should keep going.
It's a good take. Thank you.
It is pretty scary, all those fans storming at you.
No kidding. I can't even imagine what that's like.
You got to be able to get out of there quick or someone might jump you.
Like Cam Newton?
What?
NFL quarterback. Figured you know who that is, Mr. Starting QB.
I know who Cam Newton is. I just don't know what happened to him.
Oh, you didn't see what happened? Well, Greg, Ammo, and OD could tell us more.
Jack Adall, broadcast journalism. I'm here with
Tommy.
Tommy. So, have you seen the video of the Cam Newton fight?
Yeah, I saw it.
What do you think about the fight? You think Cam Newton held his own, or you think he got beat up?
Yeah, I think it's crazy. He did hold his own. I mean, they were smaller than him, but I guess they caught him off guard. That was crazy.
And do you think you could beat Cam Newton in a fight if you had to fight him one-on-one?
I don't know. I remember when he didn't jump on the fumble in the Super Bowl, but he would also run through people's faces, so I'm going to say no.
I think he walked away pretty scarred. I think he's a pretty big dude, but there's a lot of, big guys jumping on him.
If you had to take Cam Newton on in a fight one-on-one, do you think you could win?
I'd probably get my butt beat.
So what do you think about the video? Do you think he held his own, or do you think he got pretty beat up?
I think Cam, the witch right there, he really held his own, and without throwing punches, he defended himself and not getting fined.
Do you think Dana White should give him a UFC contract after that altercation?
Give him a fight on UFC 300. I'd pay to see that.
All right, thank you. I'm here with
Braddock Boyer.
All right, Braddock. So have you seen the video of the Cam Newton fight?
Yeah, I have.
What do you think about it? Like, do you think Cam Newton held his own, or do you think he got beat up?
I think he got beat up. It was also kind of cheap of the guy to sucker punch him from the side.
All right, and if you had to fight Cam Newton on a 1v1, like, do you think you could win?
Probably not.
All right, and do you think Dana White should give him a UFC contract?
Yeah, it would be pretty funny.
Think people would pay for that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you.
Now that's a scary scene.
Seriously, I feel bad for him. If only he knew a couple wrestling moves.
Funny you should bring that up because our last segment is about wrestling.
Oh yeah? What about it?
Well, in 2026, women's wrestling is set to have its first NCAA championship.
You don't say.
Yep, but enough from me. Let's let Kate and Nicole talk about it.
Hi, I'm Kaden Peterson from Broadcast Journalism, and I'm with
Mariana Ziegel.
And I'm going to be interviewing her about her taking part in the wrestling team. Mariana, what are your goals for the next 4 years of high school to continue to take part in the wrestling program?
Me personally, I want to eventually go to college in wrestling. I know I just started, but I'm starting to really like it, and hopefully I get far.
Awesome. And what takeaways do you have after the season as a freshman and as a girl on a wrestling team of boys?
Being on a wrestling team with boys is a lot different, I have to say. Moving from gymnastics with all girls, going to a team with all boys is a big change, but I love it. I love the community. They're very respectful. They helped me through a lot of things, and I really liked it this season.
Hi, we're with
Coach Goodwin.
And we are interviewing him about the wrestling team. How did you originally feel about girls joining the wrestling team?
Believe it or not, Madison's had a history of ladies wrestling long before I even came here. I remember from being at other schools, I knew Madison had girls wrestling anyway. Coach Carroll had coached a few young ladies. And when I first got here, we had 2 young ladies on the team. So it's not new for us, and we were more than happy. The more the merrier.
Gotcha. And do you foresee a future in more girls joining the wrestling team?
I do see it everywhere. Here we're getting little by little, but I tell you, in other schools, they've had no team, and then all of a sudden they got 20 girls. So I do see it growing a lot, and a lot more girls, especially after this weekend, they're very into it. Hopefully it picks up here at Madison.
So last year I was inspired by the seniors, and they exemplified the highest levels of mental toughness, tenacity, and a relentless work ethic, and I try to embody that every practice this year to make the impression that success is a byproduct of hard work. I prepared for states just through like a whole year of club wrestling. Even when I worked on the shore, I found a club that I could practice at, and that club happened to be where my weight class's state champion was practicing. So I practiced with her for a bit. It gave me a really good gauge of where I was at for next year and how much I needed to work in the next 6-7 months, to get down to Atlantic City and place at the tournament. Unfortunately, I did not reach my goal of placing, but even though I didn't get what I wanted, I got way more from the sport than I ever expected. My experience in the wrestling program has been unlike anything I've ever experienced. The group of coaches is definitely the best support system in the entire school. They really do want the best for everyone. Advice to future wrestlers is to never stop. Don't stop running. Don't stop drilling. Don't stop moving. And bet on yourself every single time you go out there, even if the odds aren't in your favor. You need to full-heartedly believe that you can do it even if you can't. Fight the entire match no matter what happens, and you'll come out on top.
I'm so proud of those girls. They deserve it.
I agree. And hey, who knows? Maybe you have a future in wrestling.
I doubt it.
You never know.
Anyway, looks like our script is coming to an end.
It is indeed. So with that, I'm Jack McGuire.
And I'm Catherine Finnegan.
It's a great day to be a Dodger.